We are live. What is crack-a-lackin', everybody? It is Wednesday again. Welcome back. Episode lucky number 13 of the Shit That Needs to Be Said show. And yeah, I am wearing a hat today. I am I am embracing my Tennesseeness now. I generally have not been one that supported college athletics in any way, but I have turned over a new leaf since moving here to Tennessee, and I'm supporting the good old University of Tennessee Volunteers. Go team!
Ooh. Woo.
Oh, man, I gotta tell you, I gotta warn y'all, man, I got a huge list this week. So much crap to talk about.
You're already warning them. We only have 5 people in here. You wait. I
Yeah.
haven't even begun to warn people what I'm gonna do today.
I'm gonna start off the madness of Amazon putting stuff inside of boxes inside of boxes.
You're not even gonna say hi to me or anything. You're not even gonna.
Hey,
Ooh.
what's happening, JB?
Ooh, is in here. I mean, he's expecting a hello. I mean,
That's true. That's true. I got all ahead of myself there.
these people should be expected to be offended by the time the show's over, but we'll see.
Well, I wanted to try and offend somebody right off the bat. Task achieved.
Ooh. It's an RC car. Thanks for joining us.
All right. NorCal Road is an electric scooter that goes 60 miles an hour, accelerates to 50 miles an hour, 4.6 seconds. Scared the poop out of me. Yeah, there's no reason why an electric scooter needs to go 60 miles an hour.
It's like I pulled up next to a Porsche and I was like, "Pink slips, bitch."
I can say, I got a lot of grass to mow, so I got myself a riding mower. And I have virtually no flat ground around my house. I am on a hill, and the hill goes all the way down to the street, and it gets quite steep. And NorCal, I scared the crap out of myself on a riding mower that goes 5 miles an hour. Just
Tell him why though. Because you're like on the brake, right? But
I'm on the brake, back tires lock up, and I slide all the way down to the bottom of the hill, picking up speed.
he showed me pictures of the seat. There's a hole in it.
What's happening in NorCal? We got barbecue. We got one Lacos. We got Thompson here. All the familiar faces here hanging out this fine Wednesday evening.
But they don't know I'm going to take the gloves off today.
Hey, they should. I said put it right in. The JB's off his leash. There's no leash. It is.
I'm taking the gloves off today. I'm not being a nice guy anymore.
And wow. And here I thought we were already not being nice guys.
Oh,
according to some people that private messaged me, JB and I fucking hate veterans.
Yeah, wait just a fucking minute here, because maybe that's the first thing I really want to address.
Veteran haters.
I don't know if you guys, I don't know if you guys have heard this or not, but through the grapevine, me and Rich have heard that we hate on veterans.
We hate on this show. We've hated veterans.
Now I want you to know that I hate you all equally. There's no disregard.
Civilian, veteran alike.
I don't care if you're black or white or yellow or you go by they or them or the whatever, man. You fuck right off. All right.
I heard something very interesting today, and I did a little bit of homework, and it turns out that it is true, 100% true. And I already showed my wife. Mattel, makers of Barbie, Barbie's been around forever. They are going to make Down syndrome Barbie.
What? Oh, now you can wipe her drool. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh man, I told you I'm not gonna be
What?
nice today. I'm gonna.
Why? And today, Maybelline has joined Bud Light in signing up Dylan Mulvaney for the spokesperson, whatever. You would have thought that every business on the planet would have looked at what happened with Bud Light and would have been like, screw you, dude. We're not having nothing to do with you. You cost companies billions of dollars. But 100 pounds, 5-inch suspension drive. It actually sounds like fun, NorCal. You know, a scooter that would go that
I'm
fast.
telling you, I'd be like, hey,
You know what would be? You know what would be super
you
awesome?
think your Geo Metro's quick?
Take the motor out of that scooter and secretly put it in the motor of a random cart at Walmart. You know, the driver
Oh
cart
my
thing
God,
at
could you
Walmart.
imagine? Somebody just
Imagine
blast right through the aisle.
set up some secret cameras. Oh my lord,
That's too funny.
60 miles an hour down the aisles of Walmart.
No, this hate thing, it's not, man. I don't know. I don't hate people. I don't know how to explain this to you guys. I'm not trying to hate on people. I'm just trying to point out the bullshit in the RC world that nobody, I guess you could call me a hater. I mean, that's fine. Nobody else seems to have the balls to stand up and say they're a hater. So, but yeah, when it comes to RC, man, Voodoo, you son of a.
Howdy, Mr. Daniel. Good to see you, sir. Yeah, I thought it was quite interesting because I got not one, I got two messages from two people asking me why we're hating on veterans in this show. It's like, man,
Dude, I called my dad this morning and told him I loved him. You can talk. You know, I even said, Dad, I was like, Dad, did you know that I've been hating on veterans? My dad's response was,
your dad would reach through the phone and smack you. That's for hating on veterans, son.
He was like,
Coach. What's happening, Coach D? Awesome coverage of the Gator Nationals, by the way. I enjoyed watching that. Very cool. I enjoyed watching the King of the Streets this weekend, although I still haven't figured out who actually won the whole thing. I know a little girl won the DR10, but I don't know who won like the grand prize big trophy over there this weekend, because for whatever reason they don't want to tell. Veteran what though.
Oh, I'm gonna get there too. You wait.
Yeah, no, evidently because we've said some things.
Oh, come on, it's no secret. We picked on
we picked on Operation 11 Charlie, therefore we hate veterans. Even though during the time when we were picking on Operation 11 Charlie to their faces while they were in here, we were saying, with all due respect, and we were even saying we're not making fun of you guys. We haven't, other than Baba Yaga. I did make fun of Baba Yaga because, gee, you come in here with all that madness, and of course I'm going to make fun of you.
Oh well, now wait, now see that's the thing. So
I wasn't hating on him. I was just making fun of him because he never uses punctuation. Now that and he types in all caps.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
If you went out into the street, into a Vaughn's parking lot right now, and just started yelling and screaming random shit, people would be like, "Oh my God, that guy's losing his mind." Ooh ah! Hey, there you go. Ooh ah!
I mean, don't get me wrong; it's not a job that I could do. I mean, I know that, but that doesn't mean I just feel like you can't hold that over me either, right? I mean, I don't know, but you don't know me either. I tell you what, I got raised a very certain way.
I think it's funny they're lurking on your channel when nobody has gone to 11 Charlie at all. Well, that's not entirely true, NorCal. There has been a couple of times when there's been a mystery guest that's said things on there, but they are very, very quick to boot you out. Very quick. Unlike over here, we don't boot anybody out. You can literally say whatever you want, except you can't talk about certain events that happen when there are people being chosen to hold political office, or with regards to certain viruses that happen inside of human bodies and medicines that you would or would not inject things. So I don't even want to use the words.
Before you bore everybody to death, though, I did want to ask everybody while they were here, though, is that, I mean, do you guys want me to go on? I mean, should I just shit talk? Because I'm kind of in there. Like, I mean, I don't know if you guys want me to destroy your RC superheroes. Let me.
Maybe he's feeling a little salty this week.
I am.
Salty. I'll tell you, before we go on with that, though, I do got to be freaking Amazon. All right. The Amazon is named after the Amazon River, the rainforest, Amazon rainforest, all that. Right. Why is it that Amazon needs to ship me like 4 boxes inside of boxes?
Somebody's got to. Amazon's got to fill those jobs somehow.
I got a thing yesterday, and they literally sent me like this giant box, and I open that box, and inside of that box is another box. And then I open up that box, and inside of that box there's a series of other boxes.
What are those Russian dolls?
It is. It's a nesting box.
Yes.
A Russian nesting box. I mean, I grew up in the period when we stopped using paper bag because we're cutting down all the freaking trees in the Amazon rainforest. And I mean, then we have plastic bags. Now we can't use plastic bags anymore because they're filling up the ocean. We got to go back to paper bags. You can't use plastic straws anymore. You got to use paper straws.
See, Voodoo loves boxes of boxes. I'm going to send him a box of a box. I got a really good box right here. I'm going to send you.
I can't figure out, all the green stuff, because I know that we're about to pay more in taxes because we got a Green New Deal. I can't figure out the logic here between are we not using plastic because it feels are we going back to cutting down all the trees because we're trying to not fill up the ocean with plastic? Or
keep your balls to yourself, sir.
I can't. I use them for shit and he saves a lot of money.
Sure.
My wife does the same thing. I have a shed out in the back that's literally half full of boxes that my wife uses all the time for shipping her stuff out. What about all the people that Amazon ships stuff to like that don't, all they do is they take and go throw the boxes out in their dumpster.
I'll be honest, see, that's what I have to do here because it's just, I mean, I don't have very much space where I live. So yeah, I mean, 3 boxes in one box, that's enough for me. I just, I got all the boxes I'm going to need for the next year. Yep. Unless I become homeless. So.
I'm almost ashamed. I'm almost ashamed to say it, but we actually a couple weeks ago we burned a whole bunch of boxes. We had so many boxes, we had to make space for all the more boxes we were getting, and we actually had to burn a bunch.
I love these guys and their shit talking over here. You guys are great.
More like a brown doo-doo deal.
Don't bring your California to Tennessee, Rich.
Like I said, I was literally out there burning boxes, and it was actually quite. I don't know what.
He fell off and stuck in the carpet. Now they're attaching the cat. The cat glitters. You guys are funny. I wanted to talk shit. I asked if I should talk shit. These guys just were like, "Hey, glitter cats, check this out."
Hey, Jesse Baker, welcome back. I'm not sure if I got a chance to get back to Jesse Baker on dirt track racing, but Upper Peninsula, Michigan, Lower Peninsula, or Lower Michigan, because Lower Michigan has a bunch. The Upper Peninsula there doesn't have a whole lot. So if you're in the Upper Peninsula,
how dare you?
Oh man,
Wait, I haven't even. Oh my god, dude! I am gonna drop a couple bombs on this show. I promise you.
I don't have it. I
First
didn't
of
have
all, I'm gonna take a car I've had on this shelf for the last 3 years and raffle it off. No, every day. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's a good one. You know, how long do you let things lay around before you finally get around to
I guess if you make enough money to pay for what you're throwing out the door. That's just a thought. It's just my opinion. Just a thought.
I
Please
have
get punctuation. No, please, guys, please don't do that to me. You mother.
You're gonna trigger JB, and then he's gonna go all caps.
Oh,
on
I'm
it.
ready to go
Wiping
off
out
on these
everybody.
guys. They don't even know how far are we into this show. I can't start dropping bombs 15 minutes in.
Okay, right there, everybody, right there. It's my grasshopper. It's as built as it's ever gonna be.
Oh yeah, let's destroy people with this.
Let me. I know, Brad Kelman. If you're watching, when you watch, rewatch us. I know you're gonna get mad. You're gonna send me nasty.
Well,
messages.
Brad has a show every Thursday night.
Yes.
There's a Canadian guy on that show, I think, who's supposed to be in charge, but it seems to be the Brad show.
I like to talk in every other caps. Voodoo, that is. I gotta say, I know that Tamiya was, the Grasshopper was a relaunch from the original, and as I was frustratingly going through building that car, I kept saying to myself how my father was looking down, laughing his ass off at me the entire time. Because my father was the one who originally built 99% of my Grasshopper. And holy crap, Tammy, what the hell are you guys doing?
You said it wrong.
First of all, self-tapping screws in plastic with a Phillips head. It's 2023. It's literally 2023. The only thing that should ever use self-tapping screws with a Phillips head is a damn wood screw. It's goddamn ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Not to mention, who the hell designed the transmission for the Grasshopper? This is like freaking 1970s, and the thing's got like 47 gears in it. Why? What? Come on.
Well, didn't you? I mean, you called me the other day. You're like, they're all in different bags. Everything's in fucking different bags. You were like looking for a shaft or something, and you're like, that's not where it's even.
Tamiya's way of building things. So I'll take best example that I have for building a kit.
You got me to say it. Oh, you walked me into that.
Best example for building a kit so far that I've experienced is my Phoenix. You open up the book, it tells you part bag A, bolt bag B. You open those bags up, you assemble everything, nothing left. Move on. Bag B, bag C, part bag D. Tamiya, open all the bags all at once, spread your shit all over the table, and just have at it. Figure, as you're working and putting shit together, you'll figure it out. I have like 30 screws, flat washers. I have so many extra parts left from that thing. Thank God I didn't ever actually plan on running it. But holy cow, the one good thing I can say about freaking Tamiya is their stickers kick ass. They do a kick ass job with their stickers. Everybody in the industry should take note of how good Tamiya does with their stickers. I know I can't get used to saying Tamiya. I keep wanting to say Tamiya because that's what I've always called it. No touch hand wash dispenser is more hygienic. And how you wash your hands?
My ears are bleeding. I love it. Look, if you don't want me to butcher the RC name, then leave. I don't care. I'm over this shit.
I can't. I mean, I was talking about it last week that I was watching some guy in a Japanese hobby store, and he was walking through, and he came across and he, Tamiya, and I was like, holy crap, that's how you say it. That's literally a Japanese guy saying it. Okay, and then I think even Tank said the same thing.
Yeah.
Tammy, yeah. Okay,
Tammy, yeah. That's the girl
Tammy.
who lives down the street.
Yeah, why Tammy? We'll just call him Tammy from now on. T-Hole and Tammy. But yeah,
I saw somebody complain about the stickers the other night on the Brad Kalman show. I mean the Frank show, the RC Talk show. That's right.
I mean I can't. I couldn't believe it. Like I was more frustrated putting that thing together than I was like putting together a piece of IKEA furniture.
Look, we've already ran 3 people off. This is getting good.
That's yeah. I mean, we got him. Man. That was the Operation 11 Charlie guys figuring. Oh, they got their 11 Charlie bathroom out of the way early. We can go watch something else.
Oh, hold on now. I ain't done yet. I got all kinds of shiny, dude. Charlie's just one little speck. Hold on. Who's your favorite RC person? Let's see. We'll just find somebody.
I might have persuaded my wife to buy a Tammy.
Well, lucky you.
I
don't trust AI yet, though. Just so you know.
Somebody posted a video about how AI, they ask AI a question and it came back with an answer. It was a question about what's the meaning of life or something like that, and the AI came back with like, there is no meaning to life. You should just kill yourself now. And it was like, all right,
wow,
thanks AI. I like Hemi Storm too. I like the fact that Hemi Storm built that whole his whole new his shop and studio thing, like straight up with his bare hands and hand tools.
I don't know Hemi Storm well enough in the RC world to actually know anything. The only thing that I could actually make fun of there is I can't believe that he's been around for so long and he still has like an accent. He just talk some English, dude. No, just messing with it.
He literally lives in like Norway or something.
I don't care.
Proper freaking English like the rest of the world, damn it.
No, man, use some punctuation. I told you the gloves were coming off. I said.
Yeah, I mean that guy does pretty freaking awesome work with RCs, but he is equally impressive as a carpenter. Like I said, his whole little RC shop studio thing that he built, all of that. Then there's a bunch of videos where he built his kids like a freaking tree house that is nicer than my house. That's right, Norcal. Yeah, your wife should have a gun. Every wife should have a gun.
I tried to give 0 fucks, but I ran out.
The offender body.
Well, you could do what Tony CC does, Jesse, and start blowing stuff up.
I mean, what did they call it? Fast and easy content.
That's right. I don't know if anyone caught the Tony CC show. To talk your face off, whatever it is. Pablo came back a monster, and I'm off the chain. That's all I'm going to tell you. Pablo. Oh, anyways,
I don't have a problem with people wrecking stuff.
Oh no.
If you have an extra $12 laying around, you buy a $12 RC and you blow it up or you destroy crap. That's all.
But he
That's
was a
all
little.
wrong with it.
In my opinion, I felt he was a little whiny about people giving him shit about running on over an RC. Oh, people who said, I could have done this or I could have done that, and it's like, well, dude, I mean, yeah, I guess you could have. I bet you did what you did.
Well, and I kind of have the same sentiment that, look, do whatever you want to do. It's your freaking channel. Have fun. Knock yourself out. You want to go freaking throw M80s in your RC car and blow the shit out of it? Freaking hey, man, have fun.
Don't think that I don't know that that's about views, though. I mean,
but
yeah, I'm about fitting this whole sandwich in my mouth.
But I mean, the same group of people that are going to complain about Kevin Talbot and Bashers launching their cars to the freaking moon and they explode into a bajillion pieces. They're going to be the same people that are going to go over to complain about Tony, smashing a $12 RC car.
Well, I love to complain, period. But
I mean, look, you're getting views. If that's, I understand Tony is building his brand. He's I think he's working towards like becoming a full-time YouTuber and all that fun shit.
Just about everybody in America, bro.
Yes. Matter of fact, I do. I could probably reach in any direction and pick one up from where I'm sitting. I might have to move a foot or two here or there just to get around a desk or something, but to me, that's crazy. See, in to me, it's crazy not to. I kind of live out in the sticks, so there's no telling what kind of animal might come, just.
I have a few.
But also, the whole reason why there is the Second Amendment in this country was to stop tyrants. Government basically from becoming a tyrant. And, all the arguing you hear about, you don't need a semi-automatic to shoot deer and whatnot. That is the NRA using the hunter argument is the dumbest argument that's ever been made. Everybody should just be honest and upfront. The reason why Americans have guns is because we have a lot of shitty people that live here, and guns are a very good deterrent for keeping shitty people away from you. I personally, Tennessee, we are a permitless concealed carry. So you have no idea. Everybody could be walking. Well, practically everybody does walk around here. Dude, keeps people from losing their temper and typing in all caps and no punctuation while they're out in public. Keeps things in check.
You guys are nuts. I love it.
I could throw an axe a long way and still hurt you. Absolutely. And if there were more problems with axes in this country, our politicians would be trying to ban axes. For sure.
Oh, ban axes.
But what if you miss?
Technical difficulties, collateral damage.
Sorry about your arm, buddy.
Shouldn't have been standing there. I don't know what to tell you. You knew I was going to throw that, right? I didn't.
I actually have met several people that don't understand the American gun culture. And it's part of our country's DNA. It just is. It's difficult to explain. It's difficult and simple to explain. I mean, the guys who wrote the Constitution, they wrote that in there for
several
that
axes. I'm a man of 12 swords. You guys are great. I could just see fighting people off too with like an axe, just like hey,
like Batman's utility belt that just axes there. Axe ninja.
Too funny.
Yeah, I love guns too. I have guns I've never even fired. They're purely for
RC propaganda.
zombie apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
Uh,
Yep, hunting. Michigan is a huge hunting state. Oh yeah.
yeah.
You guys near the Great Lakes, they love that.
Bobby, I could throw an axe. I don't necessarily know if I could throw it and hit anything, but I could throw it. Hopefully, whatever it was I was throwing it at would scare it enough if I got
a cutlass
close enough.
chainsaw in the house. You guys are, oh my god, you guys are so funny. You guys are hilarious.
What's happening, propaganda? NorCal Bat. It's still funny. It actually is still funny that he shot himself with it. It's why I specifically don't own a Glock. I don't particularly like them. I am well, I don't really have a favorite brand. Man, I thank you, propaganda. I am well. Wait, Chainsaw came in here. What's happening, buddy? Man,
I like that. I like that. Thank God nobody asked me if I'm okay.
How are you doing, JB? Are you okay?
No, I'm just fucking with you, man. I'm fine. I'm just glad that, like I said, do I want to be famous in RC? No, I don't want to be famous in RC. I want to be infamous in RC. That's what I want to be. I want to be that guy. Oh, I hate every time Justin opens his mouth, I just want to smack him, I swear.
That is true, Voodoo. It is funny how there is that framing that our founding fathers were a bunch of fat old men, of which they really weren't. A lot of it has to do with the white wigs that they wore too. I recently had a chance to go to Mr. Blount's house, which was built back in the 1700s. He was one of the signers of the Constitution. He was the first senator, one of the first senators of Tennessee, the first two that were elected. He was also the first senator to ever be impeached.
Okay. All right.
His brother went on to become governor of Tennessee. I got a little history lesson. It was actually pretty cool.
I like a good impeachment.
JM's RCs, what's happening, man? Good to see you. I mean, the gang is all here. The gang's all here. It's a good Wednesday.
I'm gonna warn everybody one more time. Look, I'm a salty bastard today.
JB is feeling salty, and he's gonna. Oh my!
Oh, you talk about
no one will take it away from him. That's even better.
We talked about Congress. Did you know? I mean, 420 was just recently, right? I mean, I know we don't normally talk about
6 days
that.
ago.
Yeah, I mean, and I didn't bring it up to you when it was. It wasn't like, I called you and said, hey, by the way, yes, I am. Thank you.
What was that? Last Thursday. It's actually the day after last week's show.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't but a couple days ago. But Congress got together to do a reform on passing marijuana as a whole in the country. So they're working on it. They still think it's going to be some time, but I heard some people talking about 420 and where the origin came from and stuff like that. And it is part of a cop code, but it also came from a group of California kids named the Waldos. And it was actually it was specifically referenced to a time is what it was, but it was that time of day, 420, at that time of day. But because he likes Bud Light, Dude, JB mad because he likes Bud Light but hates. Oh my God, you guys are. Oh yes, how did you know?
Hey, and it's fitting that it was a bunch of college kids from California that started 420. I'd be willing to bet I know what I'm willing to bet that I know which
from the
college.
police code though. There and that goes back to even a song if I remember right, but like a Beatles song I think. But anyways, whatever. I digress.
I think that group, the Waldos, was at Chico State, which is in Humboldt County.
Sure.
Which is one famous area of
Sure.
California.
Absolutely.
Known. So I'd be willing to bet that's where the Waldos came from. I'm not
No,
sure.
no, man. I don't drink Bud Light.
Be...
I drink it just to piss those right wingers off.
And speaking of Bud Light, Maybelline has gone down the road of Bud Light and now also taken on Dylan Mulvaney as a spokesperson, which Anheuser-Busch losing $8 billion of worth over the course of like 10 days. How the hell does anybody that works in the management office of any company at this point go, you know what, that sounds like a good idea. It sounds like a guy. The guy that dresses up like a girl, we should put him on there. The guy that cost Anheuser-Busch $8 billion, we should call that guy too. Because, I mean, we have too much money, damn it. Too much damn money. We need to just freaking crap some money out. We don't need it anymore.
Who pissed in my Cheerios? I mean, a chump. That's who. I'll be honest. Yeah, Rich points to himself.
From Tennessee to Colorado.
Yeah.
Good arc. Earl, what's cracking, Earl? I thought I thought the video of Earl and his son racing on the BMX tracks was an especially good one, especially when they're like they're hip checking and throwing elbows and I was at the store on Saturday, and there is like Heineken, Coors, reasonable amount of boxes missing out of there. IPAs, all that stuff. Reasonable amount of bottles and boxes. Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser, Bud Light, Bud Platinum, Corona Extra, fully stocked. Boxes sitting on the floor, like the merchandisers just came in there bringing boxes like they were actually going to sell me. And they're like, oh, crap, we don't have anywhere to put this. So they just set it on the floor in front of the cooler. Earl, it happens. Whippersnappers.
I feel like I missed something there. I don't know.
Not as many blue collar workers. I mean, barbecue is being blatantly racist against blue people. That's what that was all about.
Oh, is it? I don't understand what all right. Whatever. I missed it all entirely.
What did you miss, JB?
Whatever was going on there in the chat, I got lost. It doesn't matter.
It looks like everybody's making fun of Bud Light.
I think that's what was going on. I was wondering what the
Bud Light and now Maybelline, because for whatever reason, companies just
damn them blue people. Yeah, I hear you. Speaking of that, smash the like button if you're here.
Yeah, I know, Daniel, that it's the $900 rule in California, where as long as you steal $899 worth of stuff, they won't even give you a ticket. They won't even try to stop you.
We've talked about it. We like transparency on this show, not dark.
Oh,
I
so
like them skinny and see-through.
skinny and see-through. Okay. All right. I don't do beer, good ale, or absinthe. Damn absinthe. I don't even know if absinthe is legal entirely in the United States.
Now I don't know how this works. Real absinthe is made with wormwood, as far as I'm to understand, and so that style of absinthe is a little hard to get here in the United States. But they do make absinthe here. You can get it. So I actually have a bottle in the cupboard.
I've never tried absinthe before.
Good absinthe. Because originally absinthe was a replacement for wine. I think is the grapes. Blah, blah. I don't exactly remember, but absinthe. A good absinthe can be a kick in the face. I know that much.
Yes, Voodoo. Disassemble it and take the pieces out one by one. Because I believe if you leave the store and then go back in, you can do. Which, by the way, Voodoo, I just picked myself up a John Deere. I was talking earlier about. I took it out for its maiden voyage down the hill, locked the brakes up, and just slid all the way down the hill at the house here. So the brakes work really good. Traction, not so much. Hill mowing is a little tricky.
It's more like sled. I'm glad for you. If you feel like that's a problem for you and you need to take care of that, then I hope we're not causing to your problem or whatever. I mean, whatever. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying.
Propaganda is trying to cut back on the drink. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
You do what you do.
Speaking of cutting back on things, anybody had the pleasure this week of noticing that the dragon from Fantasmic at Disneyland caught fire and proceeded for like 20 minutes just burning to the ground?
No, I didn't see this.
If you haven't ever been to Disneyland and seen Fantasmic, the show, so they have water and projections and all this, stunt and all this stuff going on around the river part. And then over on the island, at the end of it, the big crescendo of the show is the giant, like 60-foot tall dinosaur dragon pops up, and he's moving around. He's like spitting fire out of his mouth, and it's pretty impressive. But somebody had a slight miscalculation there at Disneyland and done burned the freaking dragon to the ground. It was quite spectacular watching it. The guy is filming it on his phone, and like the head just started kind of catches fire, and he's like, "Yo, is it supposed to do that?" And then the fire keeps getting bigger and bigger. I think that thing's on fire. So the commentary through the video was actually pretty good as well. But that was pretty good. And the other one, which is Tucker Carlson getting fired from Fox News. Kind of a shocker. Their number one host. And sorry, dude, you got to go. I think it was.
You all know what happens when you get close to the top.
I think it was something like $700 million they lost overnight. Like their stock dropped.
Don Lemon got canned too.
Don Lemon got canned. Now Don Lemon's understandable because Don Lemon had horrible ratings. He was on his own show in the evening and it didn't do very good, so they took him off of that, put him in the mornings, and he still wasn't doing very good. So it was kind of like, all right, well, I mean, you can't go much worse. So, maybe give you a show at freaking 3:00 in the morning.
spouting too much shit. Hold on, you haven't even watched the rest of this show.
It's going to the View. Yeah, I mean, Tucker definitely seemed like he was hitting on a few things recently that it seems pretty clear why Fox fired him. Yeah, Tucker is married to the Swanson fortune, and I think he is also before he married his wife, his family is like I want to say Rockefellers, but I don't think it's Rockefellers. But his family was quite wealthy. I know several years ago everybody was like, dude, you're not the everyday guy. You were literally born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Yeah, the Dominion thing. We can't even talk about it. Still, we can't talk about that particular election on YouTube. Still, as soon as I mention the year in that particular election, YouTube instantly flags and pulls it off and says, "Freaking."
Well, and we got the Lords of Truth. I'm sure we got their brotherhood running around here somewhere.
The Lords of Truth are just absolutely ridiculous. Because I was actually gonna do a test, and say the name of a particular medication that is also not supposed to be said or spoken about with regards to a certain pandemic. But I don't even want to say that. I don't need any more. What was it? Community guideline strikes. Lords of Truth BS.
Yeah, welcome to our.
I wouldn't be surprised if he got 400 million, even there's only 330 million people who live here. Holy shit! Joe Biden got votes from people that haven't even been born yet. Absolutely stupid, paranoid. They want us confused. They want it's always a look over here, look over here, look over here, because we're over here doing something kind of shady, and we don't want people to pay much attention to it. We don't want anybody to see what's going on here.
We managed to get away with it in the RC world all the time.
Voodoo, exactly. That's the one. That is the one. You can say it in the chat, but I can't say it in the actual video. Because, that's a no-no. It is specifically in the community guidelines. I would be spreading misinformation about a drug that's literally been prescribed to millions of people all over the planet.
That's probably not the only reason you broke it up, huh?
What strange times we live in nowadays. I mentioned this one to JB, and he actually brought up an interesting point. The city of Boston. The city of Boston, which I did some homework. The city of Boston, in the 90s and early 2000s.
And now we're really going to piss people off. This would be good.
They were sued several times to have certain religious landmarks removed from city property, because religion should not be in the public sphere. And that was the justification for the lawsuits, of which Boston caved, removed religious icons from city property. But the city of Boston has approved for this very weekend coming up, SatanCon.
Yeah. Woo.
SatanCon, the embodiment of evil, also a religious figure that is going to be held at the Boston Convention Center, which I believe is a public property. I do not think that it is a private location, but I didn't want to bother going and doing any more homework because I was just quite frankly disgusted by the freaking hypocrisy of people.
You guys. Oh, you guys are funny.
I mean, I have said what happened to Fauci. Nothing.
You guys caused me a drink.
Nothing will ever happen to him because he retired, so we don't have to worry about him anymore. He's gonna get off scot-free, even though that guy is like probably the third worst person on the planet Earth living. Just happened. I take it you're still in California propaganda. Yeah, we literally tore down statues of people like Abraham Lincoln, Andrew Jackson, George Washington, because at the time in history, they were partaking in the slave trade, which terrible thing that happened. And but it wasn't illegal. It was immoral, but it wasn't illegal.
Oh, well, and then there's a big difference between illegal and immoral.
Yeah, and just because it doesn't make it right, doesn't make that period of history, but there is no.
Yes, we've seen the MLK statue, and I know what you're talking about.
I believe NorCal. I believe I brought up a picture of that on the show because
I think we talked about that.
It was too much not to show everybody who hadn't seen it because from what I recall, it looks like a giant dick. Just from what I remember, it looked like a gigantic, like the size.
You had spent 30 years in the RC world building models and being a douche, and they made you a statue. That would be your statue. Just throw that out there.
Yes, propaganda. That's the one. Cape Cod. That's right. Always late, man. Sheesh.
Oh, well, I'm just about to get to the good part. I'm just about to rip everyone in here a new one. You wait.
The problem is that young people nowadays they can't handle anything that is difficult or has any base in reality. Everything has to be watered down and simplified and made so that they're very.
Well, and God forbid we should be a hater. God forbid we should actually stand up and hate something and say, "Oh, yeah."
Yeah. I mean, it is. It's sad. Wait. Okay. Has anyone seen? Okay. I missed something. That one looked like a giant.
I don't know. These guys took off on me.
Here in NorCal, mine or Supreme Master. I'm not sure what.
I think he was talking about me and whose butthole I'm ripping open.
Have yourself a good evening, sir. It is late over there.
Thanks for being with us.
Yep. Thanks for hanging out, and have a great rest of the week, and have a great weekend. Earl, I don't think anymore. I know I use my smartphone for everything. It's.
Oh God, yeah. That reminds me of like when I was back in school, and they were like, you'll never have a calculator with you all day. Well, now we do.
Liars.
But that see, that's part of the problem too, right? I mean, it takes away from the human connection. I don't know, man. Some of that shit you really should learn. Some of that shit you really should learn. I mean, you don't need all of it, but you should be able to balance your own checkbook, for Christ's sake.
I recently come across this. It's a guy. He's got black rim glasses on. He seems like he's fairly young, maybe in his mid-20s, and he's basically just advising young people on finances. And like it's usually just him sitting there talking to them, and like people that are paying like
New high. Sorry.
$1,800 a month for their car payments.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I've heard that insurance is doubled because of parts and stuff.
I mean, how do you justify $1,800 a month for a car payment?
Well, it depends on if you're driving an $80,000 truck.
I mean, but how do you?
I mean, how else am I going to drive that Dodge? I need a Dodge big Ram 3500 dually with smokestacks coming out of the side.
I don't.
Nothing screams America like that.
I don't understand. How. I mean,
we just lost everybody. I'm sorry.
I got the new Denali, but work 83 Gs. See, propaganda. That's a work truck. That's different. And also, freaking 80 grand for a truck nowadays it's damn highway robbery. That's the freaking car companies are absolute grifters right now. Absolutely ripping people off. That same truck 4 years ago probably cost 45 grand. But we have inflation. We have supply chain problems.
Oh shit, man! We lost 4 people. I knew I should have asked my question like 3 minutes ago.
I wanted a Ram, but they're over 100K. Holy crap!
Wow.
I looked at a Toyota Tacoma, the semi-basic 4x4 TRD package, not like the Super Huda, and it's like 57 grand. And I was like, you're out of your mind. I'm not paying that much money. That's freaking silly.
Yeah, and they got rid of the roll-up window. Yeah, those are hard to find. If you can find a base model of something, I used to, deliver mail, and that was the thing. We always looked for just a regular, plain Jane, because the mail route would beat the shit out of the truck, and if you had electric windows in there, by 2 days later, they wouldn't work. So,
I had a 2011 GMC Sierra. That had roll-up windows. Actually, my best friend, 805 Stickies, he pops in here every once in a while. He actually bought that truck from me. But I specifically bought it because it had roll-up windows. Yeah, propaganda. It's silly how much just 5 years, it's 1.5 times more for anything, But trucks especially have gone. Their prices are skyrocketing, and it's.
Oh yeah, well I'm not even going to talk about car payments. That is a trap, and they get you in there, and then you're done.
It's silly. Almost as silly as there's a new congressman. Just joined Congress for the first time in this January, part of the new 118th Congress. He has made just over 500 stock trades since he joined Congress in January. So in about 3 months, he's made 500 stock trades.
Little inside information there.
I wonder, does everybody remember Frankie Muniz from Malcolm in the Middle?
Yep.
He is currently leading the ARCA points series right now.
No shit.
He is official 100% race car driver,
Huh.
professional race car driver now. So, man, kudos for him. Came from my hometown, Ventura. Kept the miles down as much as I could, so it should last. It hasn't moved since I moved. Yeah, I mean, Toyotas last forever. You buy a Toyota, you'll have it for the rest of your life. I mean, it's literally hard to get those things to break down. We did that one. Did that one. Race cars spelled the same forward and backwards.
Thank you for pointing that out, Captain Obvious.
Hey, yeah, it is. How about that? That's pretty freaking cool. Yeah, Frankie Muniz, leading the Arc of Point series right now.
I just had to give shit.
I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, it was just the other day I was looking at racing news. Speaking of racing news,
I saw that voodoo.
Last night we had the second round of the High Limit Sprint Car Series, which won by Anthony Macri. The first one was won by crap, I can't even remember. I don't remember who won the first one, but yeah, he took home like a cool $60,000 last night, which is not bad for a win on a Tuesday night in a sprint car. Speaking of, when was the last time anybody watched like professional bull riding? When was the last time you even saw professional bull riding?
Is that black and yellow site that I go to? Wait, that's not bull riding. Sorry.
I mean, it's cowboys, cowboy hats, chaps, riding a bull.
It said something about cowboys on there. I'm not sure.
When was the last time anybody even saw professional bull riding anywhere? A long time. You see clips and stuff like that. Okay, so I happened to see that the PBR, Professional Bull Riding Association, was in I think it was Minnesota.
Is mom upset at my breaking the rules?
Uh-oh. Text from mom. Text from mom time.
Slap. I knew when I...
Sometimes Steve Jobs great getting handy. Steve Johnson, we lived there. My mom wants one of the Walmart carts with the 60-mile-an-hour electric motor in it.
Hell yeah!
Danger Ranger. Danger Ranger was quite awesome this year. I did not get a chance to go to the Danger Ranger because
I saw a picture of it. I saw the highlight picture of it on Facebook. I think where the wreck was. It was pretty cool.
They rolled 8 Rangers over the course of the day. But yeah, professional bull riding. So I saw that professional bull riding was in the stadium. I think it was Wisconsin, an indoor stadium, freaking packed. Like sold out crowd, packed. People sitting in the nosebleed sections of what appears to be like a hockey rink that they put the ground over. And I could not believe there are that many people that will show up to watch bull riding, and NASCAR can't pack the stands at frickin' Bristol. How is that even possible? How is that even possible? I mean, I have been to a rodeo once. I have seen live bull riding one time. And it is, something that everybody should see once in their life because, seeing people trampled by bulls is freaking cool.
Did he just say seeing people trampled by bulls is cool?
Yeah, it is. It's cool. I mean, look, You're right. NASCAR does suck.
Didn't we
And
say something about
talked
like
about
throwing
it.
a spike strip out across the track, like at a
Now,
certain
see,
lap or
I
something,
was
like making it interesting? Like
exactly.
we open a
See,
pit.
I know how to make NASCAR more interesting because I'm going to say it out loud because this is the shit that needs to be said. Show.
18-year-old college girls
I'm,
and
I'm going to say it out loud, and that is people watch NASCAR because of the freaking crashes. They don't watch it because it's fun to watch a bunch of guys drive around in circles for 4 hours. Yeah, that's freaking awesome. Nope, they watch for the crashes. Talladega is a perfect example. Talladega super speedway crashes are the best because one car can take out 20 people in one shot. So, ooh, I like that. Now, see, my idea of Voodoo was at some random point during the race, they just roll a spike strip across the track. Some
Here.
random place
God
at a
forbid.
random time in the track, and they roll the freaking spike strip out, and boom, carnage. Are you kidding me? People would tune in every week, tens of millions to watch that. And
Yeah,
Earl,
Haley
don't
Deegan. Yeah. So that's what I'm
don't
saying.
even get
So what did we say last show? What was it? The college basketball, college girls basketball had more viewers than NASCAR.
the
So
Daytona
we just
500.
figured if we just threw a bunch of 18-year-old girls into these cars with no experience.
Okay, Earl and propaganda and Earl, freaking Haley Deegan. I've said it before. Haley Deegan could be good. She could be good for the sport, kind of like Danica Patrick could have been good for racing. The problem is neither one of them has the talent to be at the level that they're at. Haley Deegan doesn't have the talent to be in the truck series. She should be running in ARCA or some local stuff. She has some raw talent, but she hasn't earned the right to be where she's at. She's in a top tier truck in the truck series, and she mostly just crashes.
Good way to make it
And the
pervy.
other part is I can't. All I see when I see Haley Deegan is her dad with long hair. She looks exactly like him. Exactly. Like,
As if we're not already pervin enough, then you got to have it like that. Gee whiz, man.
oh,
Anyways,
no, funny thing, Voodoo. Rusty lives like 20 minutes from here. His ranch is like 20 minutes from my house. Rusty Wallace Honda is just outside of Knoxville here, where he has one of his cup cars is actually in the showroom of his dealership. I would say I stuck around for a bit longer. I stuck around. I think the last when I really stopped watching was right around the time Tony Stewart won his second championship. But really, the whole playoff system and this nonsense of they were just trying to create.
hey, there's nothing wrong with her eyes. I like you said, even a calendar every now and then. But I mean, we don't have to they don't have to get out of the car like that. I'm good. Like they can, they can remain in their fire suit. Dear Lord.
Yeah, I mean, they're just the simple
This
fact
isn't Hooters. I'm not throwing them in bikinis and making them drive these cars. You guys are.
The reality is that and I'm gonna get called a sexist and whatever. Women, what makes a great race car driver is the same thing that makes a great pilot, and it's the ability to compartmentalize things and push things to the back that don't matter, and focus on the ridiculous that is straight ahead of you. And women are emotional. They feel more things, and they don't compartmentalize things. They put things in the front that would distract you, and you can't react the same way a man can. And this is just it's physiology. It's physiology, and it is the difference between men and women, and how men think and how men work compared to how women think and how women work. There's just two different ways.
These
There are
guys definitely got their opinions on racing, don't they?
There are things that men and women can't interchange. I mean, other than the obvious. Watching NASCAR. He hated the driver. Had to stick on the back of his truck. Fans against Gordon, but vertical in his rear window. Figured it out. Jeff Gordon was a very polarizing driver. You either loved him or you hated him. That guy, you would go any racetrack you went to, there would be gajillions of Gordon fans running around. And there would be gajillions of people who hated him and
I remember that.
fans.
Oh, but yeah.
Tony Stewart is like a freaking racing wizard. I don't, that it just about if you put that guy in just about anything, and he would probably win in it. He's an absolute natural talent. But Tony driving now Nitro Dragsters, yeah. I went to the seminar.
That's interesting.
Men's brains are waffles and women's brains are spaghetti.
I do like syrup.
It's yeah.
But
yeah, it is. It's I've been around racing my whole life, and I've seen plenty of talented female drivers that can go out there and mix it up with men on a weekly basis. Local, regional level. But when you start getting into the national, that's a select few people. It's a select few people that make it to the upper echelons of racing. And there just simply hasn't been a woman that has been able to reach that level because of just straight talent. That's
That's
my humble opinion.
Racing. But is there crying in RC? I gotta ask. This is my burning question. I gotta bust these guys. I gotta.
No crying in RC.
Is there crying in RC? Okay, so I mean, here's the thing, Rich, and I know we've talked a little bit about it, but man, are we full-grown men playing with toys? Or
yes.
Are we taking our hobby seriously? Which is it? Because I can't figure it out. Because if you're a full-grown man playing with toys, why would you give someone a 30-year resume in your RC world?
Well, I mean, I think there's two camps. There's the everybody camp that pretty much applies to mostly everybody that is, yeah, we pretty much are grown men playing with RC cars. And then there's the people that smell their own farts in RC, that, they got to take everything very, very seriously. And you can't refer to these are not toys. Crying out loud, they're not toys. Toys don't cost that much money. Well, actually, if you just base it on money, yeah, there are plenty of toys out there that do cost that much money and way more money. I happen to know somebody personally that owns like a $6,000 replica lightsaber. It's literally a toy. I mean, he can't even actually play with it. So it's not even really it's kind of a toy, but still. That's way more than any of my RC cars. So,
but I mean, like I said, I feel like I've approached the RC world about this before, about being famous and popular in the RC world. And like I said at the beginning of the show, I have no intention of that. I would rather be hated, which is fine. I'd rather be hated in my face than hated behind my back, which is fine. But I mean, seriously, where do we draw this line of like, we're adults playing with toys, but we're also being serious about it? Like, I'm not sure where the cutoff is. I feel so confused.
Now, JM brings up an interesting point about racing. And
what's up, ladies?
I could what's up, Mets? Man, good to see you. I can say, yeah, racing is kind of serious, but it's racing. Um, that's you're kind of supposed to take that serious because if you don't take it serious and you're just out there, you're gonna end up just pissing a bunch of people off. If you go out there and I went out and was racing RC cars a couple of years back, and I wasn't really taking it all that seriously. I was just kind of having fun, and I ended up just pissing a bunch of people off because most of the time I was just a groove turtle, and people are crashing and swerving all over the place, just trying to go around me while I'm being a moving chicane. So that, and it ended up being not very much fun for me because I got people that are yelling at me in the driver's stand. So yeah, I can understand you being a little bit serious while racing, but yeah, I mean, scale trucks, trailing, and all of that.
What's up, 907?
Seriously, what's up, Robert?
Well, it's like you throw around I termed the coin, or how
I termed the coin phrase backwards, forwards,
blah 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 blah, because I can't even talk.
We're having you know what? You brought the salt this week, JB, and it's got both of our tongues off.
I coined the term dollhouse truck. That's what I heard on this show, and I'm like, are you shitting me? Like, this is where we're gonna go with this? Like
I said,
this is a guy in the RC world we all know. I mean, or at least some of us know. I mean, he's pretty popular. He's got to be like I said, are we boys with toys, or are we taking this fucking shit seriously? And I can't quite figure it out. I'm so on the fence. I want to take you seriously, but I feel like, no, we're really fucking just over here dicking around playing with toys.
If NorCal, I like that guy too. The dude who drives around and he taunts cops into chasing after his RC car, which is that's innovation right there. That's not fast and easy content. That's putting some thought in it. But the way you just said there about I've talked about them before. The freaking scale Nazis. The people who are just absolutely hell bent on judging everything, whether it's scale or not. Oh, that's not scale. That's
your tires are on backwards. Oh
no. Dollhouse trucks now trending. Yeah, I kind of equate it to those people who take themselves seriously. The folks sniffing their own farts. Oh, it's so wonderful. It's aromatic.
Well, I mean, I just gotta say, how can you? How can you say you're serious? If you say you're serious, this is not a game for me. We take this seriously. This is very serious here. What we do with RC cars, and then you turn around and you have an RC guy on the show, and I think I lost Rich. I think he just totally disappeared on me. This is great.
What the hell happened?
It's the Lords of Truth. They don't want me. I told you. Did I hear Sorka? A bit of technical. I love this. We're just gonna crash the show. See, I knew you shouldn't let me off the chain. We can all hear Rich in the background.
I have no idea what the hell happened to my camera. I think everybody can hear me at this point. Can you?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay. So you hear me. I have no idea what happened to the camera.
But you look better anyways this way. Oh God, did you just present me? Or did you? Oh, he backed out. That's why. All right. Well, all right. Now it's the me show. You said, I don't know. Gosh, you guys are funny. Oh, he led me into that one, and then he bailed on me. It had to be the 13th episode that we just have horrible luck. I wish I could take over. Dear Lord, the shit I would tell you guys. I have like a list here too. I mean, Rich has his list. I hope this isn't how the rest of the show goes. I hope he gets back in here because I don't want to just ramble off on how much I hate the RC world right now. Spill it now. No, now is your chance. You guys. Oh man, I don't know. I watched 2 different RC talk shows this week, and it was enough to make me throw up on myself, to be quite honest with you guys. Shit. I hope Rich is alive. He fell off the face of the earth. Don't think I got the balls, or you didn't think I got the balls.
I'm back. I think I'm back. I can't tell if I'm back or not, but I'm back in the studios.
Well, I mean, hell, man, like I said, if you're paying attention and you know what's going on.
Can you hear me? Am I here? Do I actually exist?
It's not. I don't know. I go and I look at different RC stuff all over. I look at RC stuff all over. I look at Big Squid News, blah, blah, blah. It's just because like you said, what can I say? I knew a bunch of those people. I knew a bunch of those people. They want me to spill it. Hi, Rich. How you doing? Yeah, you came back. Okay,
I'm back. I have no idea what the hell happened there. That was just absolute. My camera just decided that it was going to shut off.
All right, you guys want some juicy gossip? I got a little piece of juicy gossip I wrote down. If you go to Tank's show, the RC Talk, I love Tank. He's a wonderful Canadian. If you go and you watch Tank's show and you go to about 1:41 in, you'll notice that there is a representative of a certain group there making fun of somebody with cognitive abilities. How's that?
Nobody should ever make fun of anybody with cognitive disability problem type things. Unless your name is Baba Yaga, and you don't use punctuation and you type in all caps. Then it's free reign. Otherwise, bad.
Yes, go ahead. Go watch the show, Voodoo, because I could give you. While you're at it, check out at about 1:42, which is right afterwards, where they talk about instead of people paying for the event, just have a jar of donations.
I got something to say about that. And to the people that put on events, obviously there's a lot of money and effort that goes into that. I know, JB and I both extensively talked on the Operation 11 Charlie with Rob Matthews, talking about months of preparation. I don't understand in what universe that would make any sense for people to not charge money to come in after you bust your ass doing all that work. I mean, maybe if UNICEF starts running RC events, then everybody could just go in there for free, donate money or whatever. But
yeah, everyone gets a trophy now. Just donate.
Yeah, I mean this whole thing nowadays, see the salt again, participation trophies and all this nonsense. It's not based in reality. And that's, the millennials, Gen Z, whatever you want to call them, they're not living in reality. Take it easy, Robert. They're not living in reality. That's why they've come up with all this pronoun nonsense and gender fluidity and whatnot, because they want to live in a fantasy world, because reality is difficult. Real life is hard work. And in order to succeed in life, you have to work hard. You have to pay your dues. You don't, there are some people that don't, and they're the lucky few, the chosen few. Haley Deegan's a perfect example. She has kind of paid some dues, but she hasn't really paid her dues. She is, able to do what she's done because she's got a very famous and very wealthy father. And, good for you. You got some privilege in life, and that some people have it, some people don't. That is life. It's not always fair. That's why my son struggles to win. I will cheat to not let him win easily. I think it's a very valuable lesson to learn in life, to lose.
The participation generation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and like I said, it's oh man, it's not just that, but that's part of, like I said, we talk about RC community and brotherhood and blah 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 blah, and you guys, isn't that part of kind of what's destroying what we're doing? Like, I mean, dear Lord.
I like the idea of Axial Fest when it was Axial Fest. It's not Axial Fest anymore because when Horizon bought them, Axial changed. Now we have Axial Fest Badlands, but it wasn't, Axial Fest was supposed to be the celebration of all the people, customers that bought Axial products. Come here, hang out with us, spend a bit of money, hang out, camp. We're going to set up this thing to have fun. And it just doesn't work that way anymore. It's not really a fan event anymore. It's
what episode? I don't see anything. Well, you're just not paying attention. I'm not here to educate you.
I'm convinced we have jumped to an alternate universe, 2019, 2020. It's very well possible. We all went into the Matrix in 2019 and 2020.
I thought that was just last Thursday.
What episode? I don't
Yeah, 5 days ago. It was on 420. Now that I think about it, because that's why they were talking about 420. JM was there.
Yeah, I didn't see it myself either. I mean, that is not a good night for me watching videos, but it's also that Frank's show's on kind of late for me too. I'm an early to bed.
Well, this is why, like I said, I imagine that eventually all the people here in chat will hate me, is because I'll catch them in another show saying some bullshit, and I'm going to call them out here. It is. I don't.
Trying to phrase this properly without sounding like one of those arrogant, take myself too seriously kind of people. This show is about having fun, and but it's also about. It's about calling out some of the BS that goes on in the RC community and also everywhere else. Sometimes in the RC community there is. But
you're here, propaganda. Thank you, by the way. That's what I'm trying to say is, like, I guess I don't want to be that guy. I would rather just be genuinely fucking salty guy rather than lie to you guys about how I feel about RC. I mean, and I think that's, I know I was asked the reason why I left. I think, man, that's probably one of the reasons why I left, is because I got tired of lying about what's going on. There ain't nobody talking about it.
Propaganda, it's getting harder and harder to watch content. It's getting harder and harder to watch some RC content because there are channels that I used to enjoy.
What a load of shit that is.
It came for the bonding and camaraderie. Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I love it. Can we pin that comment? That is just,
you know what? Boom! How about that? I just figured that out like last week, that I could actually highlight comments on the screen, which is cool, and see, like, bam! Earl comes for the laughs. That's
Look, most of it. I mean, I try to be. I try to poke fun at everybody. I try not to just pick on one person, but. Well, I'm a bit of an asshole, propaganda. I mean, whatever. Like you said, I don't mind being called a hater because, yeah, I guess I feel like few people are willing to be said, "Oh, you're a hater." Well, guess what? Have you looked at the RC world recently? Have you watched what the RC world's been doing?
Well, and yeah, I mean, there are there are big channels out there that okay, so let's go after Harley and Scale Builders Guild right now. Scale Builders Guild,
I don't have the facial cut to go after Harley. He looks way too good. He looks
Matt is an incredible videographer. He's also quite a talented builder, and he has a fairly good sense of humor. But I also find that Matt Scale Builders content is sort of getting, to me, it's getting redundant. He's got his shtick. He does his thing. That's his thing. Same thing with Harley. Harley's got his shtick. I do watch the Scales News update every week because Harley often comes up with like pretty obscure crap. And I know like he's searching around like at patent and boards and crap like that to find stuff. And that's some free time and dedication right there.
Really, you didn't see what the fuck?
But Harley's also out selling his 3D print stuff now. And that's the new thing. That's the new thing is everybody RC. You gotta have a 3D printer, man. You gotta have a 3D. If you don't have a 3D printer, what the hell are you doing? How come you're not 3D printing stuff? I just printed this 3D thing out. Hey, you can go there and buy this 3D printed file for $3. I don't want to mess with a 3D printer. I just want to buy crap and bolt it on my car because it's easy. That's fast easy content for you right there.
What does it take and Tank and Sean make fun of Brad at 140-147 for the Metro Parks? Because Brad loves Metro Parks. Everybody knows Brad. Everybody who's been around Brad knows Brad. This isn't a thing, dude. I mean, seriously. I just watched them mock Brad right on Frank's show, and I mean that's really the people that we have over at Operation 11. That's the representation of Operation 11 Charlie. That's fucking fantastic. Sorry, you wanted it, you got it.
Yeah. Now, the thing that bugs me about the Harley 3D printing thing and the 3D printing thing is there were other people doing 3D printing stuff like way before. Yeah. I know Daniel was one of them. Daniel been 3D printing like since Christ left Chicago, for crying out loud. And yeah, here's the influencers out there, and I mean, both of them probably own stock in freaking 3D printing companies. They plug that shit.
I'm going to teach you how to start your career in RC. Remember, that was just
propaganda. I met Harley at Proline by the Fire, and I mean, a decent enough guy. He kind of, I don't know, he kind of blew me off, which was just slightly bruising to my ego.
Well, so isn't that another thing? Isn't it, like I said, when do we get to be serious about what we're doing, and when are we full-grown men playing with toys? Like I said, Harley, we just barely take the time to even notice you at an event. But I'm tired. I'm a little tired of that shit in the RC world about these people holding themselves up on pedestals.
I like the fact that Daniel pointed out that he looks like Josh from Drake and Josh, because now that I think about it, he actually does. The big channels now, I hate to harp on it, but the big channels now are the RC influencers, and there's no easy way to put it.
Is there anything good about the art? Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
Here. We have a bunch of good here.
Not just right here.
No. I'm talking about we got guys in our chat that are absolute wonderful in the RC community. Propaganda putting out choice content.
I've always said this is some of the best chat. This has always been some of the best chat in the show. I realize that I'm an angry, pissed off person, but you guys have always made me laugh.
Yeah, Earl puts out great content. I know RC Guy Garage has been in here a couple times, puts out great content. Positive people
do exist
in the RC community. Not, I need you to like and subscribe to my channel or join my membership, because I'm trying to turn this into a business, and now I'm an influencer and I get a bunch of free shit. So now I'm not going to talk badly about any of the manufacturers because I get free shit from them. And
watching people take advantage of people in the RC community to get to there, like I said, to get to this spot, that's the kind of stuff. I'm sorry, that makes me angry. Like I said, I hate to see people taken advantage of. I guess that's what it really comes down to. But, I've had a lot of bullshit happen to me, too, in the RC world. What can I say?
Cape Cod, I would say there is definitely some partial truth to that. Traxxas doesn't, for their specific TRX4M, they definitely don't want anybody out there competing with them because they had their own aftermarket upgrades that they announced when they put that out there. And they sat around long enough to see who all was making stuff, how well they were doing. Once they noticed that they were doing well enough and that they were taking even a little bit away from them, Traxxas jumped on that. Nope, squashing that. You guys can't be making money. The hell's wrong with you?
I love it. I would go jump in a mud hole, but I'd probably get called a showboat by somebody.
I gotta highlight that. Just dive in a mud puddle. That's the power of the new tech. They can't stop.
Yeah, maybe you guys, you don't know that, but like you said, there's another little juicy bit for you. Diving in the mud hole actually got me into trouble. So
1 hour 42, not 1 minute 42. Yeah, okay. So it was 1 hour and 42 minutes in, not 1 minute and 42 seconds in.
I can't read my own handwriting. Welcome to it.
Hi, Propaganda. I also got a radio for free. Actually, thanks to Daniel. I believe Daniel actually referred the guys at Radio Link to send one over to me, and I made some videos. Which, by the way, if you haven't watched my 47-minute long video where I go through every single menu option in the 6 channel, it's quite fascinating. It will not bore the crap out of you. It will not remind you of watching a Monday night Operation 11 Charlie show. Oops, did I say that out loud? YouTube is supposed to be the little guys giving honest review and experience to the RC, not sponsored products. Exactly, Earl. It's influencers. We have influencers now in the RC community that I'm going to say it right now. RC Review, RC Driver, Harley, Matt. I know there was a couple more that, holy shit. Big ass bug moving around on the ceiling.
Nice.
They all got a very specific RC car that was coming out for release. They all did reviews on it, and I shit you not, you could overlay all those videos together, and they all said almost the exact same thing, almost like the company had sent them a script about the RC car that they were all talking about, because they all pointed out the same exact flaw, which was basically a cosmetic flaw. It wasn't an actual flaw to the vehicle. It was just a cosmetic flaw. This is not really that big a deal. There's no reason why you shouldn't go out and buy this thing right now because it's super, super awesome. But they all did it, and they all said, and I was like, oh, dude, that's the kind of shit that that's the kind of shit that people are getting tired of.
Jesse, I'm sorry if you feel I am. I'm a little bit negative when it comes to that shit. That's what can I say?
It's
I watched my local RC club guys basically fall apart. I watched one brother sleep with the other brother's wife, and then one guy take $700 from the community. And I don't know what you want me to tell you, man. All kinds of junk. There's just it just never worked out for me.
I had few interactions with my local group back in California. Not very many interactions with them at all, because the first few interactions that I had with them weren't really all that positive for somebody that had been in the RC hobby for a while, but was new to like scale and trail trucks like that. And yeah, I mean, it's where I met my first scale Nazi.
You guys. Yeah, because I took the time to do that.
Say it, Mom, Dad, say it, fire team. Actually, it wasn't the fire team. It was it was
he was talking to me. He's talking about getting me riled up over the fire team.
Okay. I Mom, Dad, hello. I do. That is not a name I have seen in the chat, by the way.
Somehow he knew I got riled up over the fire team.
DR10 body flaws. Why pay for a defective product? I mean, there's so many. We are at the point now where it is very clear that RC manufacturers, the big ones, they manufacture things cheaply because they know there will be upgrades. They know there will be people that will make upgrade parts for them, but they make stuff that is almost unusable when you buy it straight out of the box. You know, they came out with the fire team, and then they came out with I think it's the new Axio's got the new Wraith that they came out, or the Deadbolt, the 10 scale Deadbolt. That's like plastic links, plastic steering linkages, just utter crap. Everybody knows that doesn't work. The only people that don't know that doesn't work are people that never had them before. They're brand new. And yeah, all these guys said the same thing. Oh yeah, you know, a little few things here and there, and then the plastic links. You can get by. No, you can't. You can drive that thing for 2 minutes and that shit starts falling apart on you, or it's so flexible and flexy that your truck is twisting all over the place and it's just stupid.
I feel bad that I don't remember Mad Dad. I'm sorry, man.
It's
you guys gotta understand. I don't know. I don't talk about it.
I call them Mom, Dad.
Oh, it's Mad. Oh, is that what you said, Mom, Dad? Oh, okay. It's like it was.
Sorry, Mad Dad. It's.
How do you know it was shot for the job?
Even with my glasses, I can't.
You just tripped me out with that comment. I did. Well, it was shot. It wasn't shot by me. That was one of my issues with it. Oh, it's an alias. Oh, I see. Okay, well, you don't have to reveal yourself at all. I'm not asking you to do that. You can be alias here if you want to be.
He wants them to do it. Fire team shot was for job. It's Mad Dad.
Shot at you.
Wow. Original Deadbolt. That's going back a few years right there, propaganda. I about folded on the axle in half with those plastic links. Old slow-mo bash vids. Yeah.
I think every review video is a bunch of BS. Yes, BS. RC.
And I was thinking about today that, you might, because the very beginning, the shock collar thing, that if you're going to wear the shock collar, we could call you, what is it? BSDM RC?
Oh, that's hilarious.
BDSM RC. I can't remember all of these acronyms for things. Yeah, Cape Cod. I can't. I can't watch. I won't even watch when all these guys come out with the same car with the video that, look, I know you got it for free, and I know you're not going to go, all right, Axial, here's the deal. What the hell? You know, I would gladly pay an extra $30 for you for this car. If you guys put some metal links on it and a metal steering linkage, I'd pay an extra $50 if you would put a servo in there that wouldn't break 5 minutes into it. You know, I pay $500 for an RTR right now. That's average across the board. You're paying $500 for an RTR from pretty much everyone.
Right.
And if you don't have to go out and spend another $100 to $150 in upgrade parts within a week, you're lucky.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, and that's across the board. You can name any RC brand right now, and every single one of them sells an RTR.
Sometimes you get a good one that never breaks whatsoever, and then sometimes you get one that every time you take it out, that's all that happens. It just falls apart. But I mean, sometimes right out of the box. Sometimes, we've experienced this. Arma diffs completely empty right out of the box. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, and I mean that's not even. I'm talking just straight up. They've manufactured a product they know isn't worth what they're selling, and they go out to all of their influencers and they throw this out to them, and not a single one of those influencers will go, yeah, you know what? You'd be better off going over there and buying that, or going over there and buying a kit. Now, if you've never been in RC before and you've never put together a kit before, it's going to be a pain in the ass. But believe me, when you're all finished and you take that truck out for the first drive and it doesn't break 5 minutes into it, you'll be glad that you did. Not a single one of them would say that.
Are you supposed to? Yeah, it's been a while. I want to try to get one out at the end. I mean, I don't expect anybody to watch my videos anymore.
Speaking, I got a video coming out tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.
I'm going to try to get one out here by the end of the month. I'm hoping.
The Happy Capra, back at the little waterfall spot. The second half of the footage that I took there. I've been trying.
RC celebrities and RC. I mean, you know, I never wanted that. Like to be that. And then when I feel like some of the people that are really there, some of the people, are you taking that too seriously? Are you taking yourself too seriously when you're running around being Tony CC and don't have time to stop and talk to you?
You could name off any of them. I can name off a whole bunch of people in the RC community that don't take the time.
At least somebody has the balls to be FU too, JB. Well, man, thank you.
Yeah, propaganda. I'm totally right there with you. You know, beyond doing regular work stuff, side job stuff, and getting the crap scared out of me riding around my lawnmower, trying to keep up the property here. Yeah, it's hard to get some good old fashioned RC time in.
Well, I don't remember why I was going to say it earlier, but I mean, I don't talk about it a lot, but I have fibromyalgia, so I don't do much of anything.
Damn, Voodoo sold everything he had.
Wow.
You don't even have drift cars anymore, Voodoo?
Wow. He had some cool stuff, too.
Yeah. Voodoo had a badass Jeep Rubicon.
Tony CC was nice to me. ExoCage, not so much. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on Mr. ExoCage. Don't get me started on Mr. ExoCage. I could talk about him all damn day.
Let me advise you on how to make your channel successful.
Tony's an all right guy. I don't necessarily have anything really negative to say about him.
I generally, I've said it before. I generally think that Tony is a good guy.
Hello, do tell. Wouldn't you like to know all my juicy RC gossip? But if I gave that to you now, you wouldn't come back next week.
See, that's the hook, propaganda. we're getting the claws dug into everybody. We let out little sprinkles of it every week, little sprinkles, and then next week you come back, we'll give you another little sprinkle. And you say, oh, I got to highlight another. I got to bam, dang.
Dang.
Yeah, Exocage. I don't know why. I've never liked his videos.
And these are wait, just so you're aware, these are our opinions of people. This is just
No, this is fact. This is a fact that I don't like watching his videos.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't like watching them. Okay. All right. My opinion. Now I'm going to kick in. Exocage, you have people that pay memberships for your content. Now I understand that your free content might be different than your pay content because I'm not a member. I'm not going to pay anybody a membership to watch their RC videos. Because why?
What did somebody made a comment. If you're making money in RC, I can't remember.
But just standing in front of your plastic shelves of RC cars all the time making your videos, man, for crying out loud, put up some freaking wallpaper or something. Hang some banners. Put some freaking stickers on your shelves or so. Do something to make it look interesting in the background. I mean, look what I got here. Look at all this interesting freaking nonsense that I have going on back here. If anybody ever pays attention, it's chaos. JB is very minimalist in his decorations. He's just got the old middle finger. Pick the video. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. That's not a text from mom. That's a text from my buddy Mike, who's evidently gone down a rabbit hole, which that might be a little scary. We'll talk about that on next week's show. I have a word of caution. If you are at any point planning on traveling to the country of Colombia, it has been said that it is not wise to walk around with your phone taking videos, selfies of yourself while you're walking around. It is also not wise for you to. It is wise for you to keep everything of value in your front pockets, because evidently, if you go to Colombia and you walk around taking selfies, the drug cartels will shoot you.
Nice.
Just happened across a video of a guy
Gives a whole new meaning to the term selfie shot.
Yeah, I just happened to come across a video of a guy talking about him and his buddy that went to Colombia for whatever reason. I don't know why anybody would want to.
Should I take another selfie? No, you can't.
And evidently his buddy got shot by some random person driving down the street because he was walking around filming himself in selfie mode. So
wow.
Either the Colombian cartels they really don't like selfies, or there's something else. I don't know what else.
Look, I wanted to mention, I got membership linked, but it's up for nothing. If someone wants to give, I mean, if you really want to make YouTube your go-to, if you want to make money off of YouTube, fine, it's fine. But I might make fun of you.
I just can't. I can't justify you to have a membership to your channel. There's got to be there has to be significant value in that for me. RC with Eddie.
Certain parts can't be filmed.
Now, propaganda. Now, did you try to do a membership thing and stopped, or do you have membership now?
Whoa. There was so much going on. Maybe he wanted a Colombia. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what the hell that's all about right there.
I evidently the reasoning part of the reasoning is, I guess there's so many people in the Colombian drug cartel running around in Colombia that just about any time you're filming in public, you film some of them that evidently there are some of them that nobody has any pictures of.
It's there, but I don't offer anything. Oh, you're
There, but
smart.
I
I
don't
like
offer
it. I like it. That's funny.
Now, see, that to me, that would be even better propaganda if you did have a membership fee there and you still didn't put anything up, to see how many people would keep paying the membership there for not having anything extra in there. I love the fact that, you know, people are industrious and making money and all of that, but you have to make it worth it. And in my humble opinion, I can't for any reason see how paying a membership fee to Exocage is going to give me any value to my RC.
Well, it's certainly not going to make you. Unfortunately, the title of best RC driver in the world is already taken, so watching the best RC driver in the world probably won't make me the best RC driver in the world.
Now, you want $1 million idea of propaganda? I'll get to you right here.
What I say, I hate on everybody equally. There's no
never hate on someone trying to make $1. I got $1 million idea for you here, propaganda. I'm merchandising, my friend. You have the potential for some merchandising gold going there. The pictures posing on the beach with the American flag shorts, the mullet, the whole ball of wax. That's marketing gold right there. I mean, it's marketing gold.
Call ourselves the Moorheads. Merch is fun sometimes. Yeah,
I'm president of Earl's fan club. I love it. See, NorCal on point all the time. Merch is fun sometimes. You know, I have merch. Unfortunately, the only decent merch provider out there for decent prices is Teespring. And I can honestly say, don't buy anything from my Teespring store. The coffee mug is okay, but the clothes and stuff they sell it killed me. I was so proud of my first Sticky's RC Adventures t-shirt. I was so proud of it. And then I washed it, and like half the shit peeled off. Man, Voodoo, that is one of the saddest things for me is RC Sparks. I recently just went and watched, and I looked at the RC Sparks studio, which that's the channel that had the Loading Wars and the gold and whatnot. And it looks like he's made that just his RC channel now, which is good. And it's what I said before. Like, man, just leave that stuff alone. Go on, move on with your life, do whatever you're gonna do. You know, DJ, knock yourself out, freaking have fun.
But I want to have my midlife crisis in front of you guys.
But leave the RC content alone, please. I don't want to have to skip through any of your random crap.
No, you know, and I don't mind the hats and the shirt. I don't know. I don't want to be like that. It's not like it depends on what you're doing it for and why you're doing it. And you know, I guess like I had a mentor in the RC world when I don't know why he's laughing at me. I'm missing it. Anyway, I had a mentor in the RC world, and I asked him one time. I said, you know, I'd like to be famous in the RC world. What, you know? And I said, well, I don't want to suck cock to get there. And he said, well, it's not whether you suck cock or not; it's whether you swallow. And I was just like, no. I'm not getting down on my knees for anybody. You don't seem to understand.
And propaganda, I would strongly disagree. You actually are a strong marketer. You have established You have established a thing.
You've got some good stuff. You really do.
You
Yeah.
have established a thing, and it's something that people will remember you for. Voodoo, like I said, my mug, I have 3 T-shirts, and I had a sweatshirt, and then I had a sweatshirt that I gave to my old boss. Now the sweatshirt I know actually did hold up pretty good, but my T-shirts, none of my T-shirts held up, and it was all the stuff just all started flaking off, and it might be that I dry my clothes on like nuclear hot. Because I like them toasty when they come out of the dryer.
I guess I will retire soon. Yep. I mean, I'm already retired. I'm out. You guys, that's why, like I said,
I'll never retire.
I play with RC cars, but I go all by myself.
RCing for me has always been sort of a solitary thing. I spent most of my time RCing. It's your water.
It is an oxymoron. No, I too play with myself. See, he knows.
I mean, I don't get me wrong. I don't fault anybody for trying to make money and trying to make a side hustle.
It just depends on, like I said, it depends on. To me, it depends on how dirty it feels. Like you tell me, oh, it's fast content for me. Well, then obviously you didn't seem to really give a shit about putting anything out. You just need to put something out. I don't know. I have a real hard time with that shit, you guys. But yeah, I really would poke fun at anybody. It's not just one person. I'm not here
just don't make fun of me, NorCal. We did, NorCal.
Just don't make it.
A couple of weeks ago, when you launched your car into the river,
were you wading in the river there?
We were laughing at you about that.
Get yourself some of those Arma water wings.
I put that one up there. Never had a plan, just went off on the adventure. That, for me, that is, it's almost exactly Rich can't read.
Yeah, just don't make it off me. These guys, boom, he got you too.
That's what happens. That's what happens. Yeah. There are some times when I fall into the very trap that I make fun of people for not reading things thoroughly. I Baba Yaga'd myself right there. Now I got to go type in all caps and rant like a lunatic. Damn. First, I got to have some
applesauce. Where's my?
Gotta have some more Haterade.
Applesauce. All right.
Don't make money off me.
Oh, too late. I already did that. What's Baba Yaga? Yeah. Oh, you'll have to go back and watch a couple episodes.
Oh, yeah. Voodoo, you have to go and watch. I believe it's episode 11.
12?
You got to watch. Actually, you can't even see it now because he deleted his account. But this is 13. So it was episode 11. For the first 40 minutes, we had a bunch of the Operation 11 Charlie guys that came in. And one of their rabid supporters named Baba Yaga was just going absolutely batshit crazy, full caps, ranting and raving, even threatened us at one point.
I will see you soon.
And then after the show, he deleted his whole account, which took down all of the comments from him on the show. But there are parts where you can see other people referring to him in the chat, and you can hear JB and I talking directly to him because he was just he was absolutely lost his freaking mind.
He told us he didn't trust veterans who hadn't stood beside him in combat, and that
he didn't. He
Yoda.
He wasn't. He couldn't trust. Couldn't trust civilians. I am the ghost of Baba Yaga.
But the thing about it is I'm gonna say it again. If you look, when you work with a person for 3 years and you've known a person for 4 or 5 years, you learn how they talk and their mannerisms. Yeah. Who is Baba Yaga? Well, I got a good feeling I know exactly who Baba Yaga is. And let me tell you, that was a pretty good shit showing of a show he pulled off.
Well, and the best part is
take a guess. Take a guess. This isn't what I'm going to give you guys. I ain't going to give you guys this one. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sure that you can figure out.
I think RC Voodoo might be making a point there. He might have actually seen that show. Who is Baba Yaga? Because he repeated it. So I think he's actually. I don't think that's a question. But the great part is even though Baba Yaga deleted his account and all of that, nothing ever gets deleted from the internet. It still exists because both StreamYard and YouTube keep content, all the content, for actually quite some time. And if you request from them to have a copy of that because there was a threat made, they take it very seriously and they send you all the copies that you want of everything that you want. So, yes, you didn't delete all of your comments. You deleted all your comments from the replay on YouTube, but they're still there. Nothing ever gets deleted from the internet. That is probably a good way to sort of sign off the show, is for everybody to remember that once you post something on the internet, it's there forever, which is something that's going to come back and haunt the millennials and Gen Zs of all the nonsense and garbage that they've posted on the internet, that when they are in their 40s and 50s, they're going to be gone. Did I really post that on freaking Twitter? Kind of freaking knucklehead am I?
Well, and then, like I said, then people wonder why I'm salty. Well, when you got, people like you think you might know coming in here and telling you you're a real asshole and hating on veterans.
I seem to remember that you're a shitty person.
Yeah. Or a showboat, whatever you want to say. Like I said, you guys don't understand. That whole jumping in the mud thing actually got me into a lot more trouble than anyone really knows.
Yeah, come on, Mad Dad. Let's, I would highlight that, but my mom's watching the show.
All right. We should probably end it now.
Hey, you know what? Thank you all again. Another great Wednesday. Man, it makes me smile. It makes me feel good every Wednesday after we sign off the show.
I'm happy that these fuckers over here listen to me.
Yeah. What? I'm happy that these guys keep coming back. I'm surprised they keep coming back. So most of the time, I'm just rambling like a freaking Looney Tune over here.
Have a good night, propaganda.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you to everybody for coming in and hanging out every week. It's like I said, it makes me smile. It makes me happy every week. When we sign off, I always go into the house with a smile on my face. And yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's great being able to hang out with people that, aren't sitting around smelling their own farts, or, people that actually use punctuation. I know it doesn't sound like it's important, but it kind of is. And yeah, you know what? Come back next Wednesday, and Salty JB and myself will be back here with more shit that needs to be said. Now we're going to go into that awkward period of time where we don't know how long it takes for the show to actually shut down.